back everybody to the final part of our glove tutorial. You should have finished your gloves now. Here's my other one that's completely finished. So I've got this glove all ready for sorting out all these ends. Now we've already got the ends inside the glove where we sort of added the yarns on here because we tucked those inside, if you remember. But we've got to get all those ends inside so that we can weave them in. I find this the fiddliest part of the whole thing, I'll be honest, and it's not my favourite part, but it's got to be done, so we shall just get on with it, shall we? So really just work out the best way for yourself of getting these ends to the inside. What I tend to do is I'll thread it onto a tapestry needle, and then if you just go inside and turn it, you know, get ready to turn it the wrong side out and pop your needle through the very end where we've gathered all of our stitches there. Put your needle through that very centre point, and then as we push the needle through, sort of pull. Can you see I've turned it inside out and the needle's there, and now we can just pull it through and it pops the thumb, and in this case through at the same time. So I do that with all of them first of all. So go back to this one, and then again work your finger inside to that one we're doing now, and then again pop the end through like that and sort of wait until you not stab, but you know what I mean, kind of stab your thumb that's in there, and then at the same time push that through and pull the finger as well, and the needle's there. Once you've got the needle there, then pulling is easy enough and it just pulls the end through. So we'll carry on doing the other fingers in the same way. This one's a bit short because I cut the end and I hadn't done the decreases. I was like, what are you doing? But luckily there was just enough to sort of do the decreases. But I was sweating thinking, oh my word, I've ruined it. But it was okay. So again, just get a finger inside like that and then pop your end through the centre, push through, and then pull that finger through. How many more have we got to do? Are we done yet? No, we're not. Keep going. So this one next. It is a fiddle, I'll be honest, it is. I do find this fiddly. It doesn't really take long, you know, but it's like any task that you find a bit of a faff. It just seems to take longer than you imagine. Last one. So again, just inside like that. End through the centre. And then pull it through, and then there we go. And now, oh look, you see, when I put that through, I caught the inside fabric, but it's not a problem, just pull it out. And now we can turn the whole thing inside out, and look at the state of that. So sort it all out, and I'll just show you one, and then obviously you can just get on and do the rest because it's all the same. So as for weaving in the ends that are on the tips of all the fingers, that's just like weaving in ends on anything. You know, the inside of a sock, you know, the toe of a sock, exactly the same. You just weave it around those stitches, so nothing out of the ordinary there. You can just weave all those ends in like normal, and the cast on end as well, exactly the same as a sock or anything else really. But the thing that we've got to deal with is the gaps. Now the way that I do this is if you put your hand in the glove, can you see here, this is a good example. We've got a hole It's not actually as bad as it looks there, because if we pull that, you can see that's actually the size of the hole. That's not too bad, I don't think. The other side's fine. I don't think that that really needs any attention. It's not a hole really there. So all we've got to do is sort out this hole here. So how I'm going to do that, we've got that end already there, which we would have to be weaving in anyway. So really it doesn't take any more time just to close up any holes that you've got. The easiest way I find of doing it is to put your hand in the glove. So first of all, pull your yarn so that we're closing up any gap that's there. And then what I'm going to do is just work around and back to the point of where my yarn's coming out, and then we're just going to cinch it shut. So I just find a stitch that's not on the very edge, that's sort of like the next one in, and we go in there. And then look for the next one. I'll probably go for that one there and keep pulling. And now I'm going to miss that one because that looks a bit loose and I don't want that to cause a hole. So I'm going to go down to that one, and then I'm going to go round. I'm going to go through two there and then pull it. And can you see how we're cinching that hole shut? So now I'm going to go across to the other side, nearly back to the beginning. Move that out of the way. And then just over to sort of where we started. I'm going to go for that one because that one was a bit tight. There we go. And now if you pull that close, can you see we've closed that hole? So now all we need to do is to weave the end in. So I would just go over here to that stitch there and then just weave in as you would do normally. I usually go about 6 stitches, something like that. There we go. And we've closed up that gap there. And although it probably is not the prettiest thing on the inside, if you look from the, shall we turn it the other way, and then you can just see what it's like from the outside. Gosh, my hand's really warm now. I think they are going to be warm gloves, these. If we flip it that side out, just that thumb. There we go. You can see we've closed the gap nicely. And once your hand's in that, you're really not going to, nobody's going to look down there and inspect how neat of a job you've done closing that gap. So there we go. You can now carry on closing all your gaps at the sort of base of your fingers, weaving your ends, weaving your cast on end, and you are done. So all I'm going to do now is give these a really nice soak, and then I'll just lay them flat to dry. And then we'll be ready to pop them on. So that's it. That's the end of this tutorial series. So I hope you've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed knitting my gloves, and I can't wait to see all your beautiful gloves. And we will see you soon for more tutorials.